You want the truth? Loneliness won't destroy you, but the wrong woman will. Read that again. Loneliness might sting, it might ache, it might crawl into your bones at 2 a.m., it might keep you up staring at the ceiling, wondering if you're broken, wondering what's wrong with you. It might make you question your worth, your strength, your masculinity, but loneliness will never turn you into a man you hate. The wrong arms will. Tonight, I'm not here to sugarcoat the pain. I'm not here to throw Instagram quotes or healing affirmations at your wounds. I'm here to tell you what no one else will, because I'd rather slap you with the truth than cradle you with lies. Every man alive is faced with a choice. Face your own shadow, or spend your life hiding in the wrong embrace. And most will sell their soul just to avoid being alone. They'll take chaos over silence, abuse over stillness, manipulation over solitude, but you're here, listening. And that means somewhere inside you is a man who's meant for more. They've programmed you since birth that anything is better than being single. They ask, why are you alone? Like it's a disease. They tell you, even a complicated relationship is better than an empty bed. They whisper that settling is safer than solitude. That's the gospel of cowards, of weak men, of souls so terrified of their own thoughts, they'll drown in someone else's chaos just to escape their own silence. But you don't just end up with someone, you end up with her trauma, her baggage, her moods, her instability, her manipulation, her chaos, her father issues, her childhood scars. You end up with nights full of anxiety, days full of arguments, and a future you can't even recognize. All of it. Because you couldn't face being alone. Because you thought being held was the same as being loved. It's not. You convince yourself she's not that bad. You tell yourself you can handle it, that maybe love is supposed to hurt, that maybe if you just try harder, she'll stop criticizing you, stop emasculating you, stop making you feel like a child in your own damn life. But you know what happens? You become smaller. You shrink to avoid conflict. You bite your tongue. You let disrespect slide. You trade in your backbone for a little warmth at night, and every day you wake up a little less you. You apologize for wanting peace. You walk on eggshells. You tell your friends it's just a phase. She's just emotional. You lose years. You lose your voice. You lose your edge. And the most tragic part, you start to think this is normal. But it's not. It's hell with soft lighting, and you're the one choosing it because you're afraid of being alone. Let me hit you with something brutal. Being alone isn't a curse. It's a privilege. The man who can sit in silence, the man who can look himself in the mirror day after day without needing a distraction, that man becomes a weapon, untouchable. He's not manipulated by sex. He's not swayed by fake tears. He doesn't chase attention or affection or validation because he's built something more powerful than any relationship. Peace. You want to know if you're in the wrong arms? Ask yourself this. Do I feel more anxious around her than I do when I'm alone? Do I leave her presence feeling drained? Do I find myself justifying disrespect because I don't want to start over? If the answer is yes, you're not in love. You're in survival mode. And survival mode is where good men go to die inside. Let's not sugarcoat it. The wrong woman will poison everything. Your dreams, your ambition, your self-worth. She'll turn confidence into insecurity. She'll make peace feel like a luxury. She'll make you question your instincts, your intelligence, your masculinity. She'll burn your castle and hand you a match. And then she'll convince you it was your fault. You'll wake up one day, not just tired, but hollow. And you'll wonder where the man you used to be went. You think I'm being dramatic? Ask the man who's been through it. Ask the guy who thought he could fix her, who stayed too long, who loved too deep, who lost himself in the name of being a good man. And then ask him what it cost him. It always costs more than you think. So why do we stay? Why do men choose chaos, over clarity? Because fear runs the show. Fear of starting over. Fear of being alone. Fear of being unwanted. Fear that this hell is as good as it gets. So you convince yourself that things will get better, that one day she'll appreciate you, that one day she'll stop using your vulnerability against you. She won't, because she doesn't have to, because you keep showing up despite the disrespect, because she knows your fear of being alone is stronger than your self-respect. But here's the truth. Loneliness is not empty. It's fertile ground. It's where warriors are forged. It's where kings rebuild. It's where you learn to love your own company, to feed yourself, to discipline yourself, to create a world so full, no woman can come in and collapse it. You think being alone is weak? Try sitting with your demons without distraction. Try building something from scratch with no applause, no partner, no support. Try facing the void and walking through it. The men who do that, they don't beg for love. They don't chase women. They don't shrink for anyone. They become dangerous, not to others, but to every system that tried to break them. You want to be free? Then you must become immune to loneliness. You must build a life so rooted, so complete, that love becomes the icing, not the foundation. And when that right woman comes along, you'll know, because you'll feel peace, not panic, expansion, not anxiety, depth, not drama. And if she never comes, you'll still win, because you became whole. Here's the savage truth. No woman will ever love you properly until you learn to love being alone, because the man who cannot face the night will always be a slave to the next sunrise. So if you're here right now, sitting in the dark, wondering if you made the right call by walking away, you did. And if you're tempted to go back, just remember what it cost you the first time. You don't heal in the same place that broke you. You don't grow by returning to the poison. You rise. You rebuild. You outgrow the version of you that thought survival was love. If any of this hit your soul, if you're tired of the noise, the games, the slow death of settling, subscribe to the Closure Club, because here we teach men how to walk alone until they walk as kings. If you stayed until the very end, you're already ahead of 99% of men out there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for choosing yourself. See you in the next one.